My question is who is going to build buildings in 40 years? I'm going to be honest though. Like, who will build the buildings? Because that's going to be a big problem with this generation.
Well, forget
my generation as well. And me, I'm part of the problem because I'm not
building those buildings.
Warning. You're about to embark on an adventure of epic proportions. Buckle up, bucko. You're now tuned in to The Epic Show. With your hosts, Gabe and Dave. Coming to you live from the Epic Center.
Welcome back to The Epic Show with Dave and Gabe, actually. There's actually been a name change. So now it's Dave and Gabe.
I don't think corporate. No,
it actually got checked
corporate.
off.
No, corporate saw that you inquired about that, but
it's actually called.
I sat down with the board, and it wasn't really even a discussion.
You must have not checked your memos.
It was more of a jovial laugh whenever we opened up the letter.
It was like,
it was like, and then recycling bin. But
real
the
life recycling bin?
No,
like
the recycling bin.
Toss?
No, the recycling bin that has two lids and one says trash and one says recycling. But it's the same undercarriage.
Right. So yeah, it's just like not actually
it
recycling.
Just went into the
because that's the type of stuff that our company does.
Well, they're not
we
paid.
We have the fake recycling.
We can't pay
trash.
for the recycling.
Yeah, it's a lot of
recycling's a lot more expensive, and it's also. I don't think recycling's real, but.
I thought some of it's not probably not. Like if you're recycling something at like Kohl's or not Kohl's, but maybe Kohl's.
Bro,
but like at the mall, like what?
No, look. My thing is, dude, guys. Be honest with me, and most importantly, be honest with yourselves here. Have you ever seen a recycling truck?
Actually, my neighborhoods have recycling trucks.
No, they don't.
Yeah,
it's
I'm gonna
trash
follow.
truck.
I should follow it.
Yeah,
document it.
It's probably doesn't even have anyone driving it.
Oh, you think it's just a hologram?
Or? It's probably. I mean, it might just be a chip in there that just it just goes on a.
You think recycling is just a myth to like make tree huggers like me?
It just probably makes people feel better, but it probably just all goes to the same place.
What makes me feel better than others?
That's what's most important. I've just never seen a recycling truck, to be honest. I've seen trash trucks.
Well, our neighborhood has like its own recycling bins, you know. So maybe that's. I mean, it could be the same thing as just the fake.
I think you should put like a camera.
I should put
next to the recycling
follow
bin
it with a drone or something.
Maybe.
Oh, put a goat or
no. Just see if
a truck air tag like in there or something.
See if. Oh wait, that'd be a good idea.
See if it's a myth.
Just waste $100.
Yeah. Well, I could follow it.
True.
My AirTag actually.
But if it goes to the... Well, do they recycle at the same place they do trash?
I don't know. I think it's like its own...
It's got to be its own thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll put an AirTag in the trash. You put an AirTag in the recycling. And if it goes to the same place...
Oh, then we'll know.
Then I guess we'll know, right?
Shouldn't we just only... We could just use the one AirTag, right? And then...
True.
Like,
because we know where the trash goes, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
I'll do that. I'll invest in that.
I have a hard time gripping the reality of things that I don't know how work. If I don't know how they work, and I don't think that I could come to a
if I can't understand it, then it's probably not real.
It's probably not real. But
I don't really believe in Wi-Fi.
That's been my thinking for a while.
I don't believe in Wi-Fi. I don't believe in cars.
Extremely far, but
it's gotten me here today.
It's gotten me here
right now,
living.
It's gotten me 20 feet away from my PlayStation, so I think I can stay.
I think I'm the authority on this topic.
Well, I think. What was I going to say? How do we get
something
here?
Dumb?
Oh yeah, it's the Epic Show with David. It's actually the David and Gabe, which sounds terrible.
No one would ever say that. Just to let you know.
With David and Gabe. Welcome back to episode 56. So what did I I actually haven't seen you in like a week.
Yeah, welcome back to the podcast that where the co-host ignores the other one for an entire week and then
I
comes
was
back
actually in North
and
Carolina.
talks to me. Then
Yeah.
wants to know what I've been doing this whole week.
Gabe, she's like, do you want to hang out? And I'm just like, why would I want to do that outside of the podcast? If it's not like recorded,
It's already
microphones,
becoming
why
an
would I-
issue.
why would I want to talk to you if it's
Yeah.
not recorded and
Yeah.
put on the internet?
Well, I can think of a few reasons why you might want to do that. Well,
I feel safer if things are, because the things that you say to me without microphones are kind of,
it's dark.
it gets really ominous.
Just an ominous guy. Did you see my story today?
Yeah. It's like a text from ominous bro. Like,
It
you
says-
want to meet up for a beer? I got another.
I
What is it?
got
Dark?
another dark prophecy for you.
That's what you are, pretty much. I got a dark theory for you.
Yeah, no. So I have been I've still been on the gym grind, guys.
It's the gym.
If you guys are following with me,
Yeah.
I'm on day 2 of 75 hard, but I'm calling this one 75 Gabe
It's because you're hard.
because no, I'm just gonna be Gabe for 75 days, and well, because 75 hard is
Why
like
would you want to do that?
it's stupid because it says it's first off it says one of the fucking you got to do 2 45-minute workouts, one inside which is weightlifting and then other one it says outside which is obviously cardio.
Yeah.
Like,
What
you're
else are you
not-
gonna do?
You're not fooling anyone.
You're gonna go to like those playgrounds with the little.
I'm not going
setups.
outside. I do a lot of walking outside, but like every day, no. I'm not doing
Yeah.
that. I'm just going to get on the treadmill. So, and then it says you have to read 10 pages of a nonfiction book.
Nonfiction.
Of like a nonfiction.
Yeah.
But I'm
so
not
like
doing
a
that.
self-help book.
Like
Self.
or like a history book or something. But I'm not doing that. I'll read my fiction book whenever I feel like it. I'll do that.
So that's your. So this is 75 Gabe.
Yeah, so where I do most of my workouts inside, and I
We need
read
the vitamin D.
and I read my book whenever I feel like it, and then, also it makes you stick to a diet as well. So
Yeah, but you have to start over.
if you had to
You
start
failed.
over, I'm on day 2
Of day 2 of attempt 1.
of attempt 1.
Yeah. So we'll tune in next week and you'll be on day.
I'll be on at least
9.
day 2 again, and then, but whenever I was at the gym the other day, I got this. Okay, so I have this this pre-made pre-workout.
Is that Crunch?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's called
Pre-made pre-workout?
Yeah, it's in a
Okay.
bottle and you drink it.
Yeah.
And it's called Total War. And
Oof.
I saw my friend there and she was like, "Oh, that's going to make you feel like a crackhead, by the way."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, okay, like I'm not going to drink."
Caffeine, probably?
Yeah, it's like a caffeine bomb. And I drank it. I drank half of it. I was like, "I'm only going to drink half of this." Like, and then I felt so good. Like I felt addictingly high.
Yeah.
Like just in the zone. And then I went and I crushed the rest of the drink. And I just had the most insane workout I ever had.
Yeah, but
Just
you can't
on
drink
that.
that every day. It's not sustainable.
Okay. And that was on Sunday.
Oh, you've been
So-
drinking that every day?
No, it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Monday night, right? It's Monday night.
Monday night.
Okay. So today I was like, I've gotta have another pre-workout. But I looked at that and it was a 12 pack of those is $40. And I was
Ooh.
like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
So I went to Target. Well, first I went to NCG, or at least I thought it was NCG. NCG closed down next to my house, next to Target over there on 41.
NCG? The theater?
GNC, my bad. The vitamin
Oh.
store.
Okay,
The
I
supplement
don't.
store.
Yeah.
But
I
they
get my
closed
vitamins
down.
naturally, so
Okay.
not really.
Well, that's why you have jaundice.
I'm deficient in a lot of things.
That's why you have jaundice and you're yellow.
Jaundice?
So
What is jaundice?
it's
I'm yellow.
Yeah, jaundice is a disease that some dude named John had
Oh.
because he was yellow.
Just when you're yellow disease.
And I went to Target. I had to go to Target, so I went to their the tiniest supplement section I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And they just had C4. And I looked it up, and it was like 5-star reviews by everyone. Like it's like the #1 rated pre-workout, you know? So I bought that. Then I went and worked out. I drank it, and it did zilch. I did not feel it at all. It actually just made me more mad. Like the effects were so minimal. Like I didn't even get a tingle.
Yeah.
Like on the other stuff, I was like, it felt like there were spiders all over my skin, and I was like having to,
Yeah, that's what they do. The little tingles.
So I immediately drove back to Target and returned it.
Return the supplement.
I returned the C4, and I was like, they were like, is anything wrong with it? And I was like, besides the fact that it doesn't work? No. And
so it was C4?
Yeah, that was C4. That was
that didn't work?
Yeah.
Oh.
The most popular brand.
I do the drinks.
Maybe the drinks are stronger, but that only had like 120 milligrams of caffeine, which is like 2 cups of coffee maybe.
Yeah, you need 200.
Then I went to a GNC 15 minutes away from my house, and I was like, what is the best stuff you got? And
something.
He pointed me to this thing called Woke AF.
Oh.
Yeah. But
it makes you really liberal.
It makes me really liberal. That's the thing. And he was like, yeah, that should have like 4 times the amount of caffeine. And then I looked at all of the options. Deathly. And this was the only one on it that said warning high stimulant.
Yeah.
So I bought it. Ooh. And I bought that earlier today. And so tomorrow I'm going to take half a scoop of that. And I'm going to see how that goes. Because I really want that crazy. Because, dude, that first time it gave me the most insane pump I've ever had in my life. Like,
so you had that. Can you guess? If you didn't,
L,
lesbian,
G,
gay,
T,
trans,
B,
bisexual,
Q,
queer,
and or questioning, I,
introspecting.
Close.
It's like intra something.
It's just intersex.
Oh, I thought it was like where you're.
I probably could have just told you like an intersection.
I would have thought that.
And then the A.
Asexual.
Yeah, and then the 2.
2.
Yeah, the 2.
What would that be? Just like the number 2.
Think furry. Think the idea of having a furry persona.
Oh, like 2 personality?
Yeah, 2 spirit.
Okay.
And then the plus is whatever.
Yeah. Like
I feel like the plus isn't showing enough representation for this.
Yeah, there's not really.
And how hard they get.
Like the pedophiles?
Or what. Whatever.
How hard they are?
I mean nothing. I don't know. They could not do that. Any of that stuff.
But without seeing this before, do you think if
you showed me this in 2007,
oh god, yeah, you would have been like, I thought it was LGBT.
No, this wasn't even around. That was not around 2007. It was just.
It was definitely like LG.
F word.
It was at least 4.
Just F word.
That's how it was.
Let's just go back to that where it covered everything.
What it was. It's
for
funny
a long
to me.
time.
It's funny to me when people like what's the word? Homophobic.
Homophobic.
Because I'm so not homophobic that I don't even know the word.
I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of you guys.
I'm not even afraid. Not even a little bit.
I'm not afraid of the 2-spirited.
Maybe I might be afraid of the 2-spirited.
I'm more afraid of the 2-spirited individuals than anything.
That's it. Everyone else is good.
Isn't that just multiple personality disorder?
No, I think it's like that makes sense.
Because I don't have 2 spirits.
Like you have 2.
Well, there is a wolf in me, but
yeah. Other than that,
he just says Elon Musk quotes and smokes weed.
And it's like dun 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 dun.
Yeah, it's just constant like Sigma male grindstone music playing whenever he comes.
Funk music
and a gong.
And that's when you like get up in the morning. Oh. It's the gong.
Rise.
Wait, imagine like your alarm is just a
Rise,
gong.
boy. You hire somebody who's just your alarm clock, and it's a sumo wrestler, and he just goes.
He
It
stands
like
there
crashes, and you're like, every morning.
hooked up to like the microphone, like to an amplifier and everything. No, but it's like
It's 2 Beats pills, like velcroed to your head.
2 pills, not even
Beats-
headphones,
Beats
just
pills,
pills.
yeah.
Jeez. The worst ad ever for Beats, and it's like it just shows you with like Beats taped to your head and then the gong connected to it, and then wake up like a champion.
Yeah.
Beats.
Beats. Dr. Dre.
But no, I thought it was funny. Like people were like, "Why? Like, where are all these gay people coming from?" Like, as if they've been here
As
the
if
whole
they aren't
time.
crawling outside of from the inside of you.
Yeah. No, like, yeah, like people will show like graphs to be like, oh, like look at the spike, and like they're just emerging. But it's like, no, they've been gay the whole time.
We
Like,
stopped
they just,
putting as much sugar in Mountain Dew, and then this made people.
and then you could see this.
And you
spike
see the
here.
world start to fail
Yeah.
itself. It's just imploding on itself.
Yeah.
My question is though, is who is going to build buildings in 40 years? I'm going to be honest though. Like,
That's true.
to be
Oh, maybe like
completely honest,
AI or robots.
who will build the buildings? Because that's going to be a big problem
Well,
with this generation.
Well, forget
and my
if-
generation as well. And me, I'm part of the problem because
I'm not building
nothing.
those buildings.
No.
We'll have less, but we'll have less people if like there's more gay, less sex, or less reproduction.
Well, yeah, we'll also have less people.
So
So
less
but
buildings.
the people who okay. So we're constantly producing. I'm just saying the straight people are producing kids, right? But they're having less and less classmates because of the gays are growing, right? Or the LGBTQ
Yeah.
is growing. So they're going to have more people that are older than them telling them that they need to be YouTubers and TikTokers.
Right.
And they're not going to have as many people to look up to in this like field of construction.
Mm-hmm.
And then that might turn a lot of these kids gay as well.
Turn gay.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if a seed is planted young enough, it could also.
Yeah.
I mean,
I believe like you're born.
I believe that you're born gay as well, but
Yeah,
not
but
every
like,
time. I
Yeah,
don't
there's
think-
probably like you can.
I mean,
you're
if you
kinda like
ask
a
every girl
spectrum,
nowadays, I
and
mean,
then
if you ask a lot of girls nowadays, they'll say they're bi, but
Yeah.
just because they like to kiss a girl when they're drunk, they like to kiss their best friends.
Yeah. Well,
But boys like to do that
they would
too.
not be saying that in 2007
No, they wouldn't.
because then you get. college
Boys like to
things.
kiss their best friends too, guys.
Yeah.
And it's not trendy when we do
But
it,
it's not even gay.
or gay.
Do you
And
ever? Do you have like some people in your life who are like, oh, if that guy sucked me, like that wouldn't even be gay. But like other people, you're like, that would be really gay.
yeah, it would be for some people. It'd be really gay.
Just depends who. it
Okay,
is.
so back to my story.
Yeah, like
So they would have.
buildings.
They're just gonna have no. This is hard to get out, but there's gonna be no drive to become like a blue collar worker when you could just be gay.
Oh, you just to like, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I'm just
gonna be gay.
Oh, so you're saying like people just say
I mean,
they're gay just
how
to
many
get
people
out of
are, I mean,
buildings?
how many gay people are in construction? That can't be like. I feel
I mean,
like
it's
construction is a
definitely an
very
anomaly.
right wing job,
Yeah,
right?
a little bit.
I feel like it's mostly.
Yeah. Well, I actually did. So for my job, I won't disclose too much.
Okay.
Like we filmed like a little interview for this company that did like a scholarship. They give a scholarship for kids, and it's like for construction.
Okay.
So it's like, it's and we interviewed like the people who kind of gave away the money, and they're just like, yeah, like nowadays schools don't even have wood shop anymore. Like,
Okay, so they
as
see
if that's
it too.
like a clear issue. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, probably is, right?
I
Like, because
mean,
whenever
I
they
guess
grew
so.
up, I mean, he's there because he's
Yeah.
there right then building that house because he probably had a wood shop teacher that
Yeah.
fondled him as a kid.
and then it blossomed from that, and then he actually built
Now
the
he
pencil
can't
building.
stop building the pencil buildings.
That's how the story is.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then we interviewed like the students who won the scholarships, and they're like, yeah, but the teachers definitely like, you know, targeted. They're just like, oh, this person's actually like trying in woodshop. I'm gonna like plant this seed so that they
So that he can grow up and
It's actually a woman.
hire people from another country to work for him.
yeah.
Works out.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I mean,
I feel like that's the issue. No, yeah, I guess. No, yeah, we won't have. Nah, never mind. Scrap my whole thing about the labor shortage. Actually,
well, if it really was
because
that
white people
short-
just, I mean, white people just want to become the construction manager or the owner.
yeah,
I don't
but
see-
then nobody who's actually building, just like
There's a lot of white welders. I know that.
trade schools. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's becoming.
I feel like there's
very
always
big.
going to be those guys. But if anything, their money's just going to go up. Like, it's just
Yeah.
going to become a more in demand.
Yeah, you'll
job,
just get
so-
paid a lot more over time.
Yeah.
Nobody's doing it.
Nah, facts. Oh, I guess it works out.
Yeah, so who's going to defend? the
But who's
country?
going to raise their kids?
Who's going to defend?
But who's going to raise their kids? The kids that are going and chasing the money and becoming the welders, and they're working all the time, right?
Mm.
Then you get two-spirit teacher that deters them. This is
I don't
a
even know.
hard. This is a hard.
where our
thing.
society's in.
It's tough for me to wrap my mind around, but
And that's where you stop.
I don't
because,
think that
you
I
don't believe in it now because
Yeah, I don't even believe that we're in a society. So I actually don't even believe that anyone else besides me is real. But- because I don't
understand.
I don't see
anybody
how
else.
David could go home and chill
Yeah.
after knowing a guy like me.
Why would you want to leave?
Who would ever want to leave?
every time you call me, I'm just like, give me 1 second, and then I pop up on FaceTime with like my headset and microphone, and I'm just like recording you. Like, okay, go. I feel like that's any
Just
like person in LA, like, you know.
yeah. I know.
Just like, hold on, let me just get this my podcast actually. So,
Sorry, man. I'm just doing some FaceTime vlogs.
yeah, I'm actually doing this thing. Can you actually tell me your body count just for a video? Just for a quick segment. It's like the Snapchat videos, like, quick, can you tell me, like, I'm going through everybody's body count.
Snapchat stuff is so
Snapchat
bad.
content.
It's so bad, but they get paid so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dobrik's over there.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, so I think we solved something.
The population.
Yeah.
The population.
crisis.
The population pipeline into construction careers.
Yeah. Who's going to build the buildings?
Who's going to build the pipelines?
Who's going to
Us.
build the pipes? The thumbnail is like cut for cut with just his face plastered all over. So like, imagine you made a video that's like 20 hours making it, and then
Yeah.
you made the thumbnail and everything, and then XQC just slaps his face on it, and then just like,
and it gets a ton more views. Than, and then he
And it-
pauses it every 16 seconds. He's like, "Well, you know."
actually,
then-
wait, Chad. Actually, Chad, this is actually crazy. And then, yeah, but you don't have to do anything. But yeah, fouseytube, he used to do prank videos. So he used to.
What do you have
like,
to say,
know,
Roots?
Wait, is she gonna get a meow? Yeah, Roots. Oh, that's so cute. That was actually
Thank you,
Roots'
Roots.
first voice
She
voice line in
Yeah.
the podcast.
she's available for dub and sub.
So if you've never seen video and you've only heard remnants of Roots, that was
There she is.
Yeah, so faked YouTube pranks, went insane, has been canceled. So and now he's doing the subathon. So here's some like My favorite one that I want to show first is he accidentally like says the N-word in a J. Cole
God.
song.
Oh wait,
You seen that
I've
one?
seen that one. Yeah.
And then
And he's
he
like,
gets
"It's a
so
song."
mad. Wait, okay. Yeah, he was singing, what's it called? What's the song called?
Beauty in the Struggle.
The Beauty and the Struggle song.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Love Yours, yeah, from
Okay.
Forest Hills Drive.
Forest Hills Drive, huh? Dude,
Big J. Cole guy.
Cook the Bum.
Sorry.
Cook the Bum posted a story the other day.
Mm.
It was like the albums on his wall.
Yeah.
And it was like, if you know 4 out of 6 of these records, like then you did good or something like that.
Yeah. That was one of them's
2014 Forest Hills Drive. Another one is Dawn FM. Another one is the Tyler the Creator
Call Me If You Get
record.
Lost, yeah.
And then it's really okay. I hate to
People
say
are gonna
this,
feel good if they know.
but these are big albums.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's not like he's doing that. Okay, they're not like, I mean, some of them are Billboard charting albums, but it's not like he's putting SoundCloud links with like 17 views.
You're a real one.
Yeah, no, it's, and one of them was the SZA album. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, I can't cook.
Did you say that?
No, I'm not even, I had a response crafted, but I can't.
You can't literally.
I'm not going to get into that
Yeah.
because I hate it whenever me and Cook fight.
What would you do if you walked into my room and I had like a wall of albums and it was Take Care.
Views.
Wait, what if it was Drake's entire
Nothing is the same.
discography?
Yeah, and he's like, oh, and David's like, you know,
And then like a
any of
little
these?
like history, like description by each one. It's like Drake's first debut album.
And you typed them,
Yeah, I
and it's like,
did it myself.
and you're like, oh, you know this one, and you like put
What do
on
you-
like trophies.
I can put you on.
You play Bedrock. It's like,
And I'm like
yeah.
laying in my bed and I'm just like, you like this shit or what? I put my I turn my LEDs on red and I'm just like,
yeah,
this one's a little can't believe I'm putting you on. It's a little
putting you on really hard.
underground ting for you. little underground joint I found a few years back.
Oh my god,
Fousey
joint.
accidentally drops the N-word on stream. So he mouthed it. And now he's like raging it.
What? He's gonna get TOS'd?
He thought he got
I
canceled.
never use that word. I swear to fucking God, this isn't content. I never use that fucking
He's
word.
like ripping his
I've
shorts.
listened to rap songs every day on this subathon, and I always change it out for brother. I had a tweet that literally said. I had a tweet that literally said.
He's so insane.
Saying that, just don't say anything. Don't change it. Don't say another
Just don't
word.
say
You know.
it.
Well, that too. But like, if imagine you're in a car with like your black friends, and you're saying brother instead of the N word. Like
My
that's
brother.
just as bad.
Or,
No, guys,
and
I said
or
brother.
you accidentally say it and then you start gripping your shorts and like, guys,
Wait, you turn off the song
listen,
and you
no,
like,
no, I don't ever do that.
guys, I swear to fucking God, I don't say that word. I say brother.
You guys know I always say brother.
They're like, dude, like it's fine. Like we forgive you. Delete that story.
Delete the story now.
Delete that. That's just like so insane reaction to. He was better off just like not even acknowledging that. You
I'd be
know,
like, oh, I did it, my bad.
did I say that? No, just deny
No,
it.
yeah, just
Deny. And then let's see some other stuff. This one's hilarious. So he's on Bradley Martin's podcast.
what?
Oh
How
yeah,
did he get on there?
he's been on that. Yeah, and I guess he's with
Did
like
Bradley asked him if he could take him in the fight.
he probably he's like, I could. It's too easy. But there's like an OnlyFans girl there, and I don't know what they're talking about exactly, but
Kitty has joined the Mile High Club multiple times. Come here for one
Please,
sec.
please.
I
Right
want
over
to
there.
tell this story. Come
this
here.
has nothing
So
to do with
you've done it twice.
Okay, we did it 3 times. It
Just
was at the same.
watch
am,
Fousey.
am I talking loud? I
No.
can't
Yeah.
hear myself. Okay, we did it 3 times. It was at the same person, and we were flying to Italy.
3 times on the same flight.
Yeah, but it was an
Why'd you just do that?
I'm so sorry. It's called a stress fart.
farted.
I'm so sorry.
Why'd you do that?
I'm so sorry.
stress
Please
fart.
don't kick me out, Brad. I'm sorry.
Bro, what?
I'm so
kick me
sorry.
out,
Bro, you ripped
In
major
my
I'm
ass.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Like
I'm
it
sorry.
ricocheted off the couch.
I'm
dude.
actually
Do
sorry.
you know how many
What the
times he
fuck?
farts in my face?
No,
Do you
stop.
understand?
Keep stay on the subject.
No, I'm not saying it's right, but when people find out information like that, some of those,
cuts?
the majority of those
No, no.
people aren't gonna go.
Bro,
He
you said, bro, what the fuck did you eat, dude?
I've been. We're gonna talk about that. I haven't
You
been going
can't
to the
just
gym.
come here just fucking
I've
ripping
been eating
ass.
a lot of bad stuff and sodium and everything.
Bro,
bad. I
why
had
are
a
you just
pint of
ripping
gelato
ass,
ice
though?
cream yesterday. I'm so
Okay.
sorry. That's so rude. I'm actually sorry.
Bro, he
so
is so
funny.
weird looking. He's so weird looking.
it's a
and he's-
stress fart. I'm sorry.
It's called
It's
a stress
actually
fart. Look it up.
called it. It's a real thing.
It's actually a condition.
Yeah.
Please don't kick me out. Please don't kick me out. man.
Brad
Brad.
would be the type of guy that would get pissed like you fart around him.
Oh yeah, Brad's probably that.
Really, Martin?
Bradley Martin probably like hand sanitizes in between his toes, something like that.
When he's showering.
He takes
at the gym.
steroids. Yes.
Oh yeah. It's
that's
like
so
the,
whack.
the biggest.
Why would
yeah.
you want to like? Okay, see, I don't understand why you would want to take steroids and then work out just as hard as you already would.
Well, it's like you can't get that big without steroids. That's like
Yeah, you
impossible.
can.
No, it's extremely
It's
difficult.
hard.
It's
Gotta
not
eat a
worth.
lot.
Oh yeah, it's
of
like
food.
humanly
Yeah, it's tough.
pushing you to the brink. Like we could just take up steroids and do it for you. Let me find one more, or I have a couple. So this one's on Jeff FM podcast, whatever, and like who's the guy from Impulsive? The other guy,
George,
the other
Mike. Fuck Mike.
So it's I don't know what what the story is. It's kind of like out of context, but
That memory right there, since the first time I had sex, even after that, when I was wrestling with a family friend and I came in my pants, that moment right there caused me years and years and years and years and years of failed relationships because of premature ejaculation.
And he raised his leg.
I don't know
and
why
it
he's like
cut to
stretching his
and it
leg
cut
in
to
front of
his
the
foot.
camera.
He just, bro. He said premature ejaculation, and he put his foot behind his head.
Yeah. So he was wrestling with a family friend
And he came in his
and
pants.
came in his pants, and then that's like resulted in years of.
I don't understand what a family friend means. Does it mean that they're in the family, or are they friends with your entire family?
I feel like it's when I think of family friend, I think of like, yeah, like a long friend of your
A long
parents
friendship
or your other family members. I don't know.
Hmm.
It's a weird. I don't have a family.
I don't have
friend.
my family doesn't have a friend.
Yeah,
Well,
like,
yeah, we do actually.
Your family
Austin.
as a whole.
The young,
Yeah,
Man.
that would be. So
that'd be a family friend, right?
I guess.
I'm not
Sort of.
wrestling him.
Yeah. I don't think anyone's wrestling.
No one's wrestling here, guys. Okay.
I want to know like the full context of that.
I don't want to know.
But yeah, there's other ones of him.
fouseytube has to do.
There's other like of him on
You're
the
not gonna play
in
mine?
public. Oh yeah. And that'll do it at episode 56. And of him just in public, like he had a cameraman, and he's just like he got really mad at him for not pointing it like at his. He's like, you see what you're pointing at right now? You're pointing in front of me. So how about you? Just like insanely mad at this guy.
The talent.
Yeah.
David was actually trained in a class how to deal with talent
I wish.
as the cameraman. No, you don't. That'd be
Is
pretty
this it?
good.
Oh, this is the speech one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
My
I was
favorite
going
one.
to
For a
show
long
this.
time, I looked at myself in the mirror and I based myself based on what I read on the comments. I felt worthless. I felt ugly. I felt gay. I felt that like that.
The audience reaction. Oh,
Immediate gay.
it sounded like when you like let go of the bowling ball and we sports. And
Yeah,
like hits everybody in the back. They're like,
Oh,
yeah.
dude, what award was he accepting?
I think this was the Streamies, like YouTube Awards back in the day. Yeah.
Like 2016, I bet.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I felt
dude,
gay.
and then he immediately was like, no. Like,
What did he even mean? What did he mean?
I
it
don't
in
know
the
how
way
he
that
meant that.
people used to say the word
Probably.
before?
I felt gay.
I've never heard someone say like,
I've never heard a crowd reaction so instant
oh yeah,
as oh.
I
Why'd
felt
you say
worthless
that?
and like saying worthless and then gay.
And then
is
gay.
so bad.
I think that we should start a new segment
A new segment?
where I walk you through a true crime story.
Oh, okay.
I have one that's really ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't I just thought about this just now, so I don't have anything written down.
Okay.
But I
You
mean, this
free
will
ball
just
this
be
one?
off the top of the dome for
Okay.
this. So,
True crime. Let me get my.
so I won't. It
My
won't be
Stanley
obscenely
Cup.
long or anything, but
Okay.
so basically, it started out with these. I think they were in the northwest region of the U.S.
Mhm.
and it was a 12-year-old kid named Gabriel Kahn, or Gabriel Kahn maybe, and a 16-year-old named Daniel Petrie, and they played a video game together called Tebia. Did you ever play Tebia?
No, what is it?
I think it's like a RuneScape-esque game where you grind, and it's
like an
probably,
online
it's probably
game?
medieval. Yeah, yeah, it's an online
Okay.
game. And they were they met on the server, I believe, and they were messaging, and they became friends, and they were like playing together for probably about a year. And they were such good friends that Daniel came over to Gabriel's house, and
They
Gabriel's
met
the
for the first
12-year-old
time?
one. Well, no, they would hang out like semi-regularly.
Oh.
But the mom, Gabriel's mom, I think she was a single mom, didn't have a good feeling about Daniel.
Yeah.
And a couple of weeks go by, and Gabriel wanted something in the game, and it cost 20,000 Tebia points,
Mhm.
and that is the equivalent of $1.75.
Okay.
And he asked Daniel for it, and Daniel was like, "Yeah, for sure. Like, as long as you pay me back." And he gave it to him. A couple of weeks go by, and Daniel wants his money, so he messages him, and Gabriel's like, "Oh, I mean, I can't pay that back. I'm literally 12 years
Yeah.
old. Just basically take your L. I don't know." And like Daniel gets like really, really angry, and starts sending him a bunch of messages online, like through the game.
Yeah.
Like so many to the point where Gabriel just blocked him.
Okay.
And you would think that's where like the story would end, but
Yeah.
I think at least another month goes by, and Daniel calls his mom. Daniel calls Gabriel's mom, and he's like, "Hey, what time are you like getting back home tonight?" Because he knows that she's like a single mom, and she works.
Yeah.
And she tells Daniel like, what I think happened was, I think Gabriel told his mom that like Daniel was pretty mad about something about him, and then he was probably like, "Hey, like, I just want to come apologize to Gabriel, you know, like,
Yeah. You probably.
whatever." And she was like, "Oh, well, I'm out of town, like I'm on a business trip, so
Okay.
it's just Gabriel, and it would be his little brother, Gabriel's little brother, at home too." So Daniel pulls up because he can drive to Gabriel's house.
Yeah.
And he knocks on the door, and he's like, "Man, like, I just want to apologize. Like, it's no big deal, like, or anything. Like, I'm not mad about $1.75.
Right.
So as soon as Gabriel opens the door,
So he was like saying that through like a
through the
ring
locked
type
door,
of thing, or yeah.
like Gabriel didn't want to let him in at first because
Yeah.
how like violent the messages were, and he lets him in. It's like, okay, whatever. And immediately, as soon as he lets him in, Daniel starts like whooping Gabriel's ass, like pounding on him relentlessly.
And he's 12.
And he's 12 year. It's 12-year-old and a 16-year-old. It's a
Mhm.
pretty big difference. And Daniel takes Gabriel up to his room and just continues to beat him up until he knocks him out, right?
Yeah.
And he comes back to, and he tells Daniel, he's like, I'm going to tell my mom that you're, like, this is, like, why my face is messed up. And Daniel actually took the power cord from his computer and wrapped it around Gabriel's neck and R-worded him, like sexually assaulted
Oh, God.
Gabriel, the 12-year-old, until he passed out again and he wasn't breathing.
Yeah.
And he wasn't breathing, so he was like, okay, well, I've got to hide him because he thought he killed him while he, you know, sexually used him.
Yeah.
And he tried to put him in the ceiling tiles. He tried to put Gabriel, the 12-year-old, in the ceiling tiles, and he kept on trying to lift him up, and he found out that he was too heavy. So he took him into the kitchen, and he took a hacksaw blade and started cutting at his thigh to get the weight off of him so that he could hide his body properly. So as he was cutting through the skin, he made it through the skin and he made it to the bone. Gabriel woke up. Like he wasn't dead. He woke up in pain and like saw what Daniel was doing to him. And apparently Daniel wasn't surprised, and he actually was happy that he woke up, and he R-worded him again with his leg completely off. And it turns out he cut the other one off as well.
Okay.
And then went and hid his, or I don't even think he hid the body. I think after he had killed him, Daniel just left the scene. And the worst part, but that's not the, I mean, it's not the worst part about all this, but Gabriel's little brother.
Yeah, I was wondering where.
Gabriel's little brother came home from like a play date, and he found his brother dismembered.
Yeah. Like
that. And obviously the number one suspect from his mom, calling him and telling him that he wasn't going to be, that she wasn't going to be in town, they caught, but during questioning, he immediately just said, yeah, I did it. Like, and was just talking about how Gabriel was a thief and this is what thieves deserve.
Yeah.
And, but he kept on, the only thing he didn't, admit to was R-wording him. But there was apparently a lot of evidence that would say otherwise.
Right. You could,
in the bodily function, in the bodily fluid department. And it was the day of his trial. And he said to the judge, like, this was on record. He said Gabriel was a thief and he got what he deserved. And you guys are honestly lucky that I don't kill myself and go to hell and finish what I started and continue to punish him. Talk about Gabriel. He said that Gabriel was in hell right now where thieves are. Oh. And he's lucky, and everyone in the courtroom was lucky that he doesn't kill himself and go to hell and continue to sexually assault him. And
how long ago was this?
This was at least 15 years ago. Yeah. But Daniel, since he was only 16, got put in like juvie.
Yeah.
And he only served 3.5 years for this crime because he was so young.
That's like life.
Oh, it's life, bro. People are in prison for taxes.
Yeah.
For damn near life.
He's out and about?
He's walking around today, but no, everyone knows that he basically left that identity behind. Mm-hmm. And no one has heard or seen, I don't even think his parents have heard or seen from him since. But this guy definitely watches stuff about himself, like on the internet, like he definitely gets off on like knowing about how big his case is and all this and how horrific it was. So
Yeah.
there's a chance, like, could be watching this right now.
Maybe now.
But yeah, it's a little true crime for you.
So there's no
active.
remnants of
He's
this.
active.
No.
No, there's no Daniel Petrie.
You gotta like at least have like like the police or whatever.
He's too young to go into all that. He might have even gone into witness protection after.
Yeah. It's like
So yeah, bless
Just
the
evil.
bless the family. Oh, it's the most evil thing I think I've ever heard in my life.
is there
Actually,
tabs on the brother at all or
I'm
the family? I
not
guess?
sure.
Not really?
I guess you'd have to look that up. The Kun or the Khan family.
Yeah.
Or whoever, if you want to look that up. But
That's like the worst.
it's the worst story. It's the worst true crime
Yeah.
thing I've heard. I was listening to it before I went to bed. 'Cause I
Yeah.
like to listen
You
to
watch
scary
creepy.
things.
Yeah.
But it was the first time I ever did like true crime, and I was like, oh.
Yeah. Is this what people like listen to all the time? Like true crime stuff?
I think that's a bit more extreme, but yeah, lesser
Yeah.
more. But that had like 500,000 views. The video
Yeah,
that I
yeah.
watched about it.
We need to have my dad on an episode.
Talk about all the true crime.
Just a little bit because he, for a while.
David's dad did the Casey Anthony trial as well.
Yeah. He was there for that and like a lot of other big trials for a short period of time. But nobody, they had him on HLN, Headline News. They had him, they were trying to do a true crime thing and they wanted him to like host this. He did a lot of, he interviewed like a lot of true crime stuff, like people who, know.
Like victims or people know them.
I don't know about victims, but yeah, like people who know about the stories. Just kind of like what a podcast would be on the news, like a short, interview.
Where they're sitting. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they had him go to like this whole convention for true crime because that was like their shtick for like a certain period of time.
HLN.
Yeah. They were trying to do.
They were trying to get into the.
They're
true
trying
crime.
to like it wasn't even news anymore. It's just kind of like
Whatever.
Yeah. Whatever's trending.
Just trying to get some ratings.
Yeah, but he knows like he went to this convention for true crime, and he said it was all moms and daughters.
Yeah, they're super into true crime.
Yeah,
my mom is super into it as well.
I don't know. I mean, I think maybe some of it is. I don't know. I think it's more. Well, my theory has been like, because obviously, women are more.
It's a mind bending.
It's more like scary. I feel like for women because it's like some. That's like,
if I was a man, I would not be listening. I mean, if I was a woman, I probably wouldn't listen.
Because that's like way more likely it happened to you.
I mean, yeah, it's more likely to
So
be a
it's like-
victim of a violent man.
Yeah, so it's like double but it's like intriguing at the same time.
Yeah,
I
it's
guess.
double. Yeah, it's almost like
I don't know. It's definitely like intriguing. I see that.
Yeah, I wonder why
Yo,
women
but-
are into true crime like that.
Yeah,
My mom reads like mystery books a lot too. So.
yeah. But it's like a lot of it is, or some of the serial killer stuff is like, I think there is a small part of like, a lot of times they're like hot.
Oh, attraction.
That's like, I don't know, like
Oh yeah, like
they play into the whole like
and
attractive.
also Jeffrey Dahmer was looked at as like as
Yeah.
a very attractive man.
And what was the other, like Ted Bundy or something?
Yeah, Ted
Was it-
Bundy was. Yeah, not
biggest-
Jeffrey Dahmer as much.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. But my dad had
It's like a hot topic.
Yeah. But he would have a lot of my dad was in 2 H3 videos. We talked about that before, but there's a lot of behind the scenes news stuff he could tell us about. Last news for you guys. If you know anything about podcasts, you know who Bobbi is, the really good podcast. It's kind of like
really
the biggest,
good podcast.
Yeah.
Which is such
Like
a
the-
fire name.
The biggest podcast, right?
It's the biggest new podcast. Well, she just has like insanely hard to get guests.
Yeah, she had Lil Yachty, Drake.
Funny Marco.
Who's the guy from
Funny Marco
Shark?
is probably the best one.
I like that one a lot. Yeah. Who's the guy from
Shark Tank.
Shark Tank? Yeah.
Oh,
Dallas Cowboys owner.
Dallas Mavericks.
Mavericks.
It's
Sorry.
Mark Cuban.
Yeah. So, but the Drake
I've never heard someone be like, "Who is that guy?" They've always just said Mark Cuban. So whenever you said it, I was like,
I
"Wait,
have
who
all
is
the
that
Sharks. Yeah, and one thing in my head.
guy?" Mr. Wonderful.
So, big news, guys. Not that it really matters, but I don't know.
I think it could matter.
It could if there's something there. But Bobbi I don't know, Althoff? I don't know how to say her name. Bobbi has removed the Drake podcast from YouTube and they no longer follow each other on Instagram. So it sounds really petty and stupid, but it makes you think, like, what Drake,
does someone really have to do to you for you to unfollow their
and
Instagram
remove everything?
and their most popular episode of a podcast, which is
Do
their
you think
job?
He asked to like remove it? I don't know. Why? 'Cause
I
why
don't
would
know.
even if Drake had just been canceled or something, and I don't know, and it
Wait,
was, like,
but has Drake?
no, he's never really been.
No one's ever
No, he's been like
tried.
stuff with his kid. Like, he got
'cause he
a
has-
lot of shit.
Yeah, because he is
Yeah,
a baby with a porn
But-
star.
no, just like he hid it and stuff for years, and
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, but apparently somebody was saying that Ice Spice did the same thing.
I
Like,
remember
when they had.
it's
an interview or
always
something.
it's always swept under the rug though. Like whenever like
Yeah.
Drake falls out with people, it's always silence. It's always radio silence because his team has got to be so insanely tapped into social media people. Like he could pretty much just censor anyone.
Right. Because, yeah, you're not going to survive that legal battle.
No, you're not.
But she went to his show, like, she invited backstage, like,
Ice Spice.
VIP.
Yeah.
No, Bobbi went to
Bobbi
Drake's
went
show.
to Drake's. I know that Ice Spice also went.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying. Like, they had the same. So he definitely tried to fuck her, right?
Okay.
You
Let's
know?
be obvious here. There were definitely sexual advances made on both.
Yeah, I mean,
But
I don't know.
Drake is
She's married.
she is married.
Yeah. So. And they knew that he knew that, too. Like,
I
the
wonder whose
episode.
idea it was to do the episode in the bed.
Yeah, that's weird.
Right?
Yeah. I didn't realize it was a bed until I saw the full screen of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They were
that's
drinking
weird.
wine.
Yeah. I guess it's like
It's very
whatever,
I mean it's funny
Bit.
because it's like whatever, you know, like
but
that's
not
just funny.
after that.
But now to see that like actual I mean, what if he was trying to play footsie with her the whole time?
Yeah, you could
What if
see
that's the issue?
Drake's like,
Drake's like freshly polished.
That's why they had to
nails
remove it.
were
But
rubbing on her skin.
it was removed from Spotify too, like every platform. It's gone.
There has to be some sort of announcement or like explanation on why. Because if there's not, then that just means that Drake's team is paying a lot of money to cover something up.
Yeah,
Honestly,
because she's not gonna say anything.
who's
It's-
Bobby's husband?
I don't know. She's made
Regular
content
guy?
like with for like mom content kind of stuff.
Yeah, I see that stuff.
but I've never seen his remnants.
It's so weird.
Yeah,
I mean, would you ever let your girl interview Drake?
yeah. Like
Would you?
it'd probably be a tough watch if he's like saying like sly
In a bed?
comments. Oh,
And they're drinking wine together.
I mean it's Drake. You know, like if it's.
I mean, yeah, I feel like that's a lot of girls' answers.
It'd definitely
as
be hard to
well.
watch, but it would be like, you know, like
Jeez,
a better.
Just getting cucked. Just getting
I'm
cucked.
getting cucked.
I mean, I feel like that. I feel like I'd feel cucked.
Oh yeah, a little bit. But if it would be one thing if it was like a random
so
guy.
Let me get this right.
If it's not Drake, you know.
You're gonna be in bed with Drake at his house,
Yeah.
drinking wine for an hour,
And then some.
and then getting to know each other.
And then you go backstage at a show.
Sounds like my girl's getting flued out. That's what it
Yeah.
sounds like.
I mean, it's Drake. So.
I mean, yeah, it is
Gotta
Drake,
do
but
what you
that's.
gotta do.
I mean, that isn't that kind of like the same issue with like, oh,
Celebrity
all
crushes or
these.
something?
Well, no, I mean, isn't that the same issue as like, oh, all this money is allotted to shady organizations? You're like, well, it is the U.S. government,
Yeah.
you know, like
just like yeah, it's
just-
Drake. So
it's like,
it's
yeah,
the same
well,
thing. He's kind of the government
and of rap.
of pop culture.
No, really.
Anyway, guys, episode 56 of the episode. Make sure at least one of you builds a building. For one building that you build,
I'll plant
we'll
30
recycle
sunflowers.
3 bottles for one
Yeah,
building.
for every building.
And yeah, guys,
Show us proof.
we got the Discord in bio, and we got the smash the 5-star button somewhere on
Also-
your Spotify's and your Apples.
Near the bio.
And we got what else? Like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.